pagiging empleyado lang. Dapat lahat tayo nagninegosyo. Timing! Narito ang isang programang magbibigay ng tamang gabay sa pagnenegosyo. Pakinggan at panoorin ang mga ekspertong magiging guest dito. Isang show para sa negosyo. DWIZ Negoshow. Kasama sina Lito Gagni at Gerry Urbina. Pakinggan ng live sa DWIZ. Panoorin ng live sa Aliw 23. At i-follow sa lahat ng digital channels ng DWIZ, Facebook, YouTube at DWIZ News app. Huwag munang magplano, huwag munang sasabak, huwag munang papasok sa negosyo nang hindi napapanood ang show na Negoshow.
Okay, we're back.
We're back.
At ito.
And we have a great guest.
Oh, kakaibang negosyo.
Kakaiba
ito.
negosyo nito.
Kasi hindi ordinaryong cakes and pastries ito.
Iba.
Yes, our guest today is Miss Angela Colette. Taga Pangasinan to, Tito,
Yeah.
kababayan mo.
Kababayan ko.
Siya po ang founder ng Swell Sweets Cake Lab.
Hello.
Hi, good afternoon, Angela. Thanks for
Hello.
spending your afternoon with us.
Oh, thanks for the invite.
Oh, yun. Uy,
Yeah, uy.
before we jump into what Swell Sweets Cake Lab is all about, pag-usapan muna natin yung her story mo.
Oh,
Diba?
maganda yung story.
Oo nga, kasi
TV producer.
Oo nga, balita ko dati
Kasi
kang
ano,
TV
Ayan,
producer.
ano mo, yung mga nanonood kasi sa amin, iba-iba yung ano nila. And then, nagkakaroon sila ng idea. Sometimes, spark. May aha moment. Uy, TV producer. Ako, pwede rin pala akong to jump over and start
Start
over.
my own business, di ba?
Galing.
Yes.
Yun nga, before you jumped into the world of baking, ano ba pinagkagawa mo?
I was a TV producer.
Okay.
Coincidentally, 23.
Former Studio 23, yes.
Studio 23.
Yes.
I was the executive producer of a couple of shows there.
Okay.
So, well, parang you'd think it was a drastic shift, but
Okay.
early on, like maybe into mga 3 years into the job, I already started doing cake decorating classes.
So you enrolled in
I
cake
was-
decorating classes, okay?
Oo.
You really knew where you wanted to be.
To be honest, it was a segment that I shot for another TV show in Channel 2 naman.
Okay.
And we featured a home baker.
Okay.
And then
Ayun.
so we went into her house and then I saw everything and I said, ay, parang ang saya.
So yun yung aha moment mo.
I think
aha
so.
moment.
Okay.
But that was like within my first 2 years pa lang.
Okay.
And I said, it's so interesting. So on my 3rd year, I took classes. I kept taking decorating classes.
Okay.
But I kept working in TV. It's anyone who's worked in production knows you can't do anything else initially.
Okay.
Kasi it takes up so much of your time. So, puro classes lang in the beginning.
Okay, then after that, when did you decide to
Game na.
game na? You know, it's
Well-
time to make it into a business or turn it into a business.
I was getting old na. I turned 30.
Okay.
Approaching 30, I said,
Yep.
nako, I'm having so much fun in production, but I knew that there was an ending.
Okay.
So siguro I made the decision when I felt like I had already learned everything that I wanted to learn. I was able to produce all the shows I wanted to produce.
Okay.
And I was done.
Okay.
So that's when I decided to slowly shift away. It wasn't a clean shift.
So
see.
you
Sinabay-sabay ko pa siya.
so you started it off as a side hustle.
Totally a side hustle.
Now, I want to know, I'm just curious, why Swell?
The name.
Yung gumawa ho niyan is, that's a name that I didn't even make. That's a name that our host, our then host, she made it up. And swell, di ba yung, like, it means like something awesome, something swell. So,
Okay.
swell sweets.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, can you talk about yung early days mo nga, yung transitioning into that side hustle?
I
Diba?
would still have these shows.
Okay, so you're still working. So you were doing your cake business as on the side. Oh,
I
I'm
wasn't
assuming
anymore.
weekend ba to?
Weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Hindi kasi,
puyat.
the reason we are asking these things is because our listeners,
Yes.
all over, at Dubai, Australia, lahat, everything, nakikinig sila. And then, from this negosyo, they get ideas eh. Kaya yun ang aming tulong.
There was very little time left, but I still made it happen because I wanted to try. First, I knew that I needed some sort of a portfolio
Ayun.
to be able to get clients.
Ayun.
Yeah.
So at that time, my friends were getting married. So I said, I'll make your wedding cake. I'll make your wedding cake. Basta any
For
opportunity.
free ba to or may
For
charge?
free.
For free.
For
Wow,
free.
okay.
I needed to come up with a portfolio. Like I needed
Okay.
some pictures to show to strangers.
Yes.
So I approached friends and relatives, and whenever there was an opportunity, sasabihin ko, ako gagawa ng cake mo, ako gagawa ng cake mo. And then slowly na, I was able to build
Ay clientele na nagustuhan nila.
una pictures lang. And then finally, I had something to offer
Wow.
people. And that's how I did it. Then initially, I would do it on the side whenever there was free time.
Yes.
But at some point, it became difficult na. Like, I would either mess up one, like my TV job, or I would mess up on the other side, the baking job.
Yes.
And I had to make the decision na, and I had to make the leap. So that's when I said, okay, it's time na.
So that's what forced you to talagang make the big jump.
I knew it was bound to happen. Na
Okay.
one was gonna have to get sacrificed, and since I had exhausted all my energy na here in TV, I said, pwede na. I mean, I could try and explore something new.
Yeah.
What were the first products you had?
Oo.
And then
Custom
others-
cakes po talaga.
Custom
Customized cakes.
Did you first test it with friends and family first?
Yeah, yun
Okay.
na nga. I offered to
ganun.
make all their wedding cakes.
Cakes for free. Oo. No, pero I mean, nagpapa-taste test ka ba muna?
Sa family.
Sa family, okay.
Yes. But that was a long process of hit and miss.
Yep.
And up to now, there are still hits and misses. So
Okay.
it's a continuing thing. It's a continuing learning thing.
Yeah.
And in our field kasi, you have to continue learning all the new techniques,
Yep.
working with new machines.
Ayun.
We have our own set of machines, recipes, and easier ways of doing things. So we just have to keep learning all the new techniques.
So how long have you been in the business? And where do you see Swell in, let's say, 3 or 5 years?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, kailangan lang natin tumanggap po muna tayo
Flash
ng isang
report.
flash report.
Nasa
linya po
Patrol
si
13, Gilbert Perdes. Come on, Gilbert.
DWIZ Flash Report.
Yes, maraming salamat. Nagtalaga si Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr. ng bagong pinuno ng Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency o PDEA. Ito sa katauhan ni Isagan Neres na ngayon ayon sa isang source ay nanumpa na rin sa pwesto. Papalitan naman ito si Neres si Moro Lazo na nagbitiw na rin sa kanyang pwesto. Patrol 13, Gilbert Perdes para sa himpilang may totong lakas. DWIZ, nagbabalita ng tama, naglilingkod ng tama.
DWIZ Negoshow.
Okay, we're back.
Oh, meron nakabitin na talong.
Yes.
Oh, sabi niya, oh my
ulit?
God.
No,
Yeah.
siguro ako curious ako, 'di ba? Coming from a TV production background, 'di ba? Paano 'yun na-influence yung cake production business mo naman, 'di ba?
Well, you're in production and you
Okay.
know that parang yung default mode sa production is always gawan mo ng paraan.
Okay.
Ayun.
So, that's up to now, I guess that's my main value na if there's something that's difficult, gawan mo ng paraan.
Yeah.
If kasi you can't really I guess it goes for many fields, right?
Yes.
But if anybody who's been trained in production is definitely a good worker. Like sanay sa trabaho.
Correct. Yeah.
Sanay sa late hours.
Buyat. Oh, buyat.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sanay sa
Tito,
dealing with-
sanay yan sa
Yeah.
puyat. Grabe.
Odd hours, sanay sa dealing with a lot of people. And all of those things have helped me in my work today.
Yeah. So, with yung nakabitin tanong, where do you see Swell in 3 or 5 years?
Honestly, I just want to continue with my one branch.
Okay.
I have no intentions of expanding. It's
Why?
Oo nga. Oo. Nandiyan ka na.
Kasi-
ayaw mo pa.
Baka you can give me advice.
Nandiyan ka na, ayaw mo pa.
Sabi nga
Yeah.
ni Gerry kanina na you have to let go
Oo.
Yes, to grow.
to grow.
Bro.
But right now, I haven't let go. So, medyo
Yeah.
microtasker po ako. So, parang it's hard to imagine doing more.
Yeah.
Maybe I would shift to other things like
Yeah.
maybe a bit of retail
Okay.
and other things, but all within the same field pa rin.
Field, yeah. Pero, Tito,
Anong
kakaiba
number one
kasi
na?
yung business model ni Angela. Not only does she make, beautiful decorative cakes, pero she's also transformed her business into a cake lab. Can you
Yes.
share more about the uniqueness nga of your business that sets you apart from other decorative cake makers out there
Well,
at present?
thankfully, I have a nice little space
Okay.
where I can have kids come and learn how to bake and decorate.
Yan.
So, not only kids. Mostly kids talaga yung gusto ko, but sometimes kids at heart.
Kids at heart.
So, they go there and then I teach them how to bake and I teach them how to decorate. I mean, a lot of people are so intimidated by it. But sa totoo lang, it's doable.
Yeah.
Even for somebody who's never baked before.
Oy, Aldi ha.
Yan, Tito, pwede tayong matuto. Tayong dalawa, di ba? Let's sign up
Madali
for a
lang
session.
siya.
Yeah.
Madali lang siya.
Yeah.
And in
Alam
fact,
ko yung ganun-ganun dati. Wala
yes,
na yun.
yes.
Meron pa rin, Tito.
Meron pa rin.
Meron pa rin, yeah.
It's so therapeutic. Kasi parang it forces you to do something repetitive or
Yes.
like you're doing something with your hands. So, maganda siyang activity.
Oh, nakita ko, masaya ka.
Yun nga, Angela.
Ganda.
Curious, again, I'm curious, what made you decide to offer such a unique experience in your store?
It started when I was still home-based and funny kasi when I was still home-based, I initially rented a house in Marikina.
Okay.
So I was working from there. And then I noticed pag summer, mababa yung sales namin.
Natutunaw.
Mababa. Like,
Mababa.
parang I noticed maybe a first few years.
Why? Because walang nagpapakasal.
Di ko
In
sure.
summer.
Di ko sure. But
okay.
but I think the kids were off to summer wherever.
Activities.
Oo. So they weren't really having their birthday party. So sabi ko, nako, I need to augment my sales. So that's when I first started thinking of offering classes during summer.
Yeah.
So initially, it was just that. Apart from like, I love teaching my nieces and nephews how to bake. That had always been there. But so this was a good opportunity. I said, okay, maybe para my monthly sales won't get affected.
Yes.
And then later on, like all these moms would say, oh, they're still baking up to now, or they'd say, nako, I'm so happy kasi you got them off the gadgets for 3 hours.
Yes, yeah.
Parang naging passion na siya na, oh, how nice naman na I'm able
Yep.
to help pala. I'm able to somehow mold the children.
Yep.
So that's that's how it started. So eventually, I kept doing it every year until,
So every summer.
yeah.
Okay.
Until there was an actual space where we could do it in the shop. So up
Yep.
to now, we had to stop briefly for the pandemic.
Okay.
Because yung face-to-face interactions were difficult. So
Yep.
we stopped, but then we resumed. And then this year, I actually am I've invited so many other makers, not just classes from me, but
okay.
I've asked some makers to come and teach in the shop. So I've had a soap maker come to
Okay.
do a class.
Yep.
There's,
So you're teaching kids how to make soap as well?
The
or
makers,
adults?
The adults na yun.
Adults na yun, okay.
Soap making, I've been able to book somebody who makes art out of resin, iba-ibang things. So,
So more than baking na.
yeah.
Yeah,
Kasi it's a nice...
Nag-evolve na.
Nag-evolve na yung
It's
business.
just during the weekends maybe like it's a space that's there. So I'm asking like some people to come and teach. Kasi parang I feel like it's a nice creative energy.
What's the best experience you had with your yung tinuturuan mo? At
Yeah, could you share any
maalala mo yun?
memorable experiences
Memorable
For
experience.
the classes.
from your student or
Nothing extra remarkable, but in general, it's just really a dose of joy when you're with kids.
yes.
They're magulo sila. And some of them can be unruly, but it's so nice. It's so nice like when they're done and you can see they're proud of their work.
Yeah.
And I guess this is how teachers feel.
Oh, yeah.
But it's so nice kasi you can see them express themselves.
Yes.
When they're a certain age, like maybe 6 to 8,
Yeah.
parang they don't have any inhibitions yet.
Okay.
So they don't ask you, is this right? Is this wrong? Parang you just give them the idea and then they start moving on their own.
Ayun.
So, ang sarap silang panoorin. They're really talagang sobrang creative.
Yeah.
Ang galing.
Wait, I'm sure madami nanonood na nakikinig ng mga magulang right now.
How do they
Angela.
reach you?
How can they reach you? And are there any upcoming yung mga workshops?
Right now, the shop is open for privates.
Private
classes.
Okay.
We also just offered one in January, but we'll be offering some classes all throughout the year now.
Okay.
But if you want to book the shop for a private event, a
Yes.
private class, someone's birthday,
Yes.
or even just like a group of you, like let's say you and your friends, you want to learn,
Yep.
you can book.
Yeah, so wait, they can book your cake lab for birthday parties? Magandang idea yan, ha?
We've
So,
had it even pre-pandemic.
ano yan, you will assist? You
I'm teaching the class.
You teach the class,
Yeah.
okay?
So
yeah.
there are a couple of classes they can choose from. Something like a unicorn cupcake class.
Unicorn.
Cupcake. Uso yan ngayon, dito.
Uso, unicorn.
Unicorn, ha?
Unicorn
Ako,
cupcake
unicorn.
class.
Yes, that's
Mga
right.
emoji, ganyan.
Oh, okay, yep.
So I have a few set courses, and then if they want to request their own, pwede rin.
Ayun.
As long as they're a group.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd gladly teach
Yeah.
them.
Ganda. I see.
Speaking of requests, from what has been the most outrageous cake design request you've ever received?
Oh, when I was super, super new,
Yes.
and it was just me and one assistant.
Okay.
One of my friends from media asked me to make Senator Enrile's 88th birthday cake.
Oh, wow.
And he was going to celebrate his birthday in a Senate hearing.
Okay.
So I recreated the Senate hall for him.
Wow.
Yeah. All the senators that were there for that hearing, I recreated everything, and it's so nice because it made it to the front page of some of the dailies.
Newspapers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ang hirap. I mean, it was hard because I had all 34 of them.
Senators, yes.
Sitting there, and we had to make faces for all. There were just 2 of us doing it, and it had to be like a big cake that they lugged it around. I was able to present it to him.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, ganda.
Maybe
So,
that is
yung
where
mga
those,
cakes mo can be that detailed, can be that specific.
Detailed, huh?
Yes. Yeah. Like, the hair. Gagayahin mo yung hair. Gagayahin mo yung favorite outfit niya.
Yes,
Oh.
yeah.
Alam mo, Artie, pwede ka. Yung cake para sa pag-load siya ng kanyang candidacy.
Nandiyan ka na naman dito. Job na naman. He just job.
Like campaign poster.
Yeah.
We can make an edible version of that.
Wag po kayo maniniwala dyan.
Edible
Diyos ko.
version, okay yun
Yeah.
Pero I like yung pag nagdi-discuss siya about the cake, sweet, masaya siya.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
right.
you see it.
The passion, no?
Ito.
Oh,
The happiness
It
inside,
shows in
yeah.
your face, yeah.
Yeah.
How
Wait.
happy you are, yeah.
You
And that
men-
is what matters, eh.
Yes, that's correct, Tito.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Pero wait, curious again, ha? Kasi I know your brother, di ba, Jack Colette, lala ko rin yun. Also in a similar business, di ba? He also runs
A much bigger business.
Purple Oven, di ba? Why is that? Why do you guys share that love for baking?
That was coincidental.
Okay.
They
It's not
started way earlier.
it's not something that your mother, your grandmother taught you?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was exposed to baking because I had a sister that baked a lot.
Okay.
That's as far as my exposure
Okay.
or family influence.
Yeah.
But I think it's coincidental. They started maybe at least 10, 15 years ahead of me.
Okay.
Because I was still doing TV at the time.
Yes, yeah.
And then, nagkataon lang. He offers a lot of advice.
Yes.
All the time. I'm so lucky that I have a brother that not tells me what to do, but parang he helps facilitate. Like, natutuwa nga ako kasi many people would say, oh, you should do this, you should do that.
Yeah.
Siya, parang he just helps facilitate the ideas in my head.
Yes,
And says, okay, this is the problem. Okay, what's your plan? Or what do you think would be a good solution?
Yeah. So shout out to your kuya.
Yeah.
Jack Colette. Yeah. Wait, you also mentioned kanina the pandemic, di ba? Na nag-shutdown kayo during the pandemic. How did you hurdle that? Or how did you survive or navigate through the pandemic? Kasi,
We shut down the workshops during the pandemic.
Okay.
But the shop, we were, every time there was an ECQ, we would close.
okay.
But essentially, we just stopped for 2-3 months, and then we just kept on operating. Technically, we could have operated all throughout because, di ba,
Food. Oo.
Pwede sana, but I myself was trying to navigate what's going on and all these things. So every time it was ECQ, I actually took the chance, take a break, and just think about what's happening and where to take the shop during this difficult time.
Yeah.
The truth is, it wasn't as difficult for us kasi people were at home and their celebrations didn't stop. Like birthdays continued.
Yes.
In fact, parang since hindi sila makalabas, parang all the more they wanted to celebrate with a decorated cake, like they
Something more special.
they wanted to make things more special.
Yep.
If there's any part of the pandemic that was difficult for me, it was after, when everything opened up na.
Ayun.
Ito, 2023,
There's a phone-in
2024.
question here from Ateneo. What's one thing you wish someone told you before you became an entrepreneur?
Yeah.
Ateneo to.
That I couldn't escape math.
Uy, that's very important.
That I couldn't escape the math.
I'm glad you
part.
brought that up kasi yun nga, that's
marami.
a common
You'd think.
Pitfalls, the pitfalls.
common pitfall of many entrepreneurs nga na
Yung sa...
business math.
Oh,
Business math is one I'm still learning up to now. I thought that once I put up a business, I'd be baking all the time.
Yep.
No, it didn't happen. A lot of times I'm in front of my computer, getting things organized and dealing with things that honestly I wouldn't prefer doing, like admin stuff.
Yep.
The math part, and then dealing with HR.
Personnel.
I mean, it's a small team.
Yeah.
We're just a team of 5, but parang you have to deal with different personalities.
Yep.
You have to deal with their issues, their moods, and all of that. And I'm like, I keep scratching my head and I keep saying, did I really sign up for this? I just want to bake.
wow. Pero ang ganda, ha? That creative impulse that allowed you to, have a lab. Paano nangyari yan?
The lab,
Oh.
nakakatawa. Sorry.
Oh, yan. Hindi ba maganda?
No, di ba, I used to be home-based. So I actually had two different houses. I moved from one house to another. And then the last house that I was in, they were practically about to evict me na. Kasi I had a big oven in my unit.
Okay.
And they said, okay, this is a danger to the compound.
Okay. Yeah.
So, parang at that time, there was a choice to just keep moving, move to another residential space.
Yes.
Or just finally bite the bullet and try a commercial space.
yeah.
So, and then there were
So
also
it was your neighbors pala that forced you.
Shit.
blessing in disguise.
Blessing in disguise.
It wasn't,
Okay.
I didn't see it at the time. Parang,
Salamat sa mga kapitbahay.
salamat
Miss
sa mga
Ange.
Minos.
Minos. I like
Minos.
that.
I didn't really want to move, honestly,
Okay.
but
Yeah,
parang I was pushed into this direction, and
Okay.
I'm thankful because it helped us expand in ways that you couldn't if you were home-based.
Okay.
I'm not dissing a home-based business.
Business, pero-
It's still something I actually think about until now, but
Yep.
but the growth that you can get from a commercial space is, I guess, irreplaceable.
Again,
Ganda.
very important lesson sa manunod na nakikinig. Yeah. You need to bite the bullet nga. In order for you to grow.
I don't know if it was smart or foolish.
Yeah.
of-
No, pero yun nga, if you wanna evolve
Ganda
from
naman.
a home-based business, diba, to a
And that,
full commercial business,
saka
dapat
happy
you need
siya.
to bite the bullet. And
happy,
You're happy?
Thankfully, the shop has been has survived. It's been up for 7 years and 8 years this year.
Wow. Wait, Angela.
Nalagpasan mo na yung 7-year itch.
Yes, that's
Oh,
right.
talaga?
Yeah.
Nice.
So, pwede na.
Yeah.
Tama.
Angela, just going back again, yung sa pandemic
Anyway,
and wait, yung move mo from your resident to a commercial space. I mean, what sort of how did that force you to expand naman your product line? But before you answer that question, time check mo muna tayo. It's 2:25.
DWIZ Negoshow. Oras
Fujidenzo Home and Commercial Appliances. Upgrade your usual appliances to Fujidenzo HD Inverter Appliances. Upgrade your home. Upgrade your business with Fujidenzo. Quality above all.
Picture a place adorned with lush greenery, gently swaying trees, a haven where time seems to stand still. Eternal Gardens provides a sanctuary for remembrance, a place where the memories of your loved ones can bloom forever.
Eternal Gardens, a glimpse of heaven on a patch of earth.
Technogas Technique transforms your kitchen with safe and efficient appliances. With over 70 years of expertise, Technogas Technique embodies Italian kitchen excellence. Simplify your cooking with Technogas Technique, your cooking partner. That's the Technogas Technique.
Dahil ang balita hindi tumitigil. Dahil ang balita tuloy-tuloy na nangyayari. Dapat alam mo ang latest kahit ang mga taong nasa likod ng balita. Kaya makibalita kay Senyor Balita! Araw-araw, Lunes hanggang Biyernes, kasama si Ray Pacheco. Live na mapapakinggan sa DWIZ. Panoorin ang live sa Aliw 23 at naka-live din sa DWIZ Facebook, YouTube at DWIZ News website. Kaya mga senyorito at mga senyorita, mga senyor, mga senyora, makibalita na kay Senyor Balita. Monday to Friday, alas 3 ng hapon. Bahagi pa rin ng DWIZ News Hapon Highlights. Nagbabalita ng tama, naglilingkod ng tama. Kayang-kaya mo ang kahit na ano kung ikaw mismo ang gagawa nito. Let's learn new things sa DIY Do It Yourself.
Na-encounter mo na ba yung meron kang ida-download mula sa iyong browser pero ayaw nito mag-start o hindi ito matapos-tapos dahil sa network issue? Baka naman ito ay dahil hindi updated o nag-e-error ang adapter na ginagamit mo. Para hindi na ma-delay ang iyong gagawin, sundan mo lamang ito. Step 1. Buksan ang device manager ng iyong laptop or computer. Step 2. Hanapin at iselect ang network adapters. Step 3. I-right-click ang adapter na iyong ginagamit para sa network at i-uninstall mo ito. Step 4. Hintayin lumabas ang confirmation screen at piliin ang delete this driver software. At Step 5. I-restart ang iyong computer. Pagkatapos, i-install mo ulit ang driver na pwede mong ma-download mula sa manufacturer. Gets mo ba? Sige nga, do it yourself!
Latest, pinakabago at tama. DWIZ News Catch Up. News Catch Up.
Pilipinas, narito na ang mga tamang balita sa oras na ito. Bagong Sandigan Bayan Associate Justice nanumpa na sa Korte Suprema. Ang detalye mula kay Patrol 24 June Samson.
Natapos na ang note-taking at formal nang nanumpa sa tungkulin bilang Associate Justice ng Sandigan Bayan, si Lord Apalisok Villanueva. matapos itong pinangunahan ni Supreme Court Chief Justice Alexander Esmundo. Si Ali Pasok ay nagsilbing pangalawang kalihim ng Department of Interior and Local Government bago siya ay tinalaghan ni Pangulong Bongbong Marcos sa Anti-Graft Court. Nauna dyan o bago nagtrabaho sa DILG ay nagsilbi siyang Assistant City Administrator ng Quezon City ni Mayor Joy Belmonte. Nagtapos siya ng kanyang Bachelor of Laws sa University of the Philippines at ginawaran ng UP Law Dean's Medal of Academic Excellence. Papalitan ni Associate Justice Villanueva ang nagretiro si Rafael Lagos na chairman ng 5th Division sa Korte Suprema. Ito si Patrol 24, June Samson. Para sa impilang may todong lakas, DWIZ. Nagbabalita ng tama, naglilingkod ng tama.
DWIZ News Catch Up. News Catch Up.
At sa iba pang mga balita, ibebenta na sa mga pamilihan ng 35 pesos kada kilo ng bigas kasunod ng deklarasyon ng food emergency sa naturang produkto. Ayon kay NFA Department Manager Roy Untiveros, aabot sa 3,000 metriko tonelada ng well-milled rice ang maaaring ilabas ng ahensya para ilagak sa mga lokal na pamahalaan, government-owned and controlled corporations at kadiwang ng Pangulo sites. Idinagdag pa ng NFA official na ipinagbigay alam na nila sa mga LGU na makipag-ugnayan sa Food Terminal Incorporated o FTI para sa pagbili ng bigas dahil ito ang magiging kakontrata ng NFA. Sinabi naman ng Department of Agriculture na magsasagawa sila ng monitoring upang matiyak na magiging maayos ang pagbebenta ng bigas at hindi samantalahin ng mga negosyante ang naturang programa. Matatanda ang idineklara ni Agriculture Secretary Francisco Chu Laurel Jr. ang food security emergency sa bigas alinsunod sa rekomendasyon ng National Price Coordinating Council dahil sa mataas na bentahan ng nasabing produkto.
DWIZ News Catch Up. News Catch Up.
At iyan ang mga tamang balita sa mga oras na ito. Mag-follow at subscribe sa lahat ng DWIZ News digital channels, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, X, DWIZ News app at DWIZ News website. Ako po si Gia Rafael, nagbabalita ng tama, naglilingkod ng tama.
Oras-oras nagbabalita ng tama, naglilingkod ng tama. DWIZ News Catch Up. News Catch Up.
Ang balitang ito ay hatid sa inyo ng Bingo Plus. Download Bingo Plus app now in Google Play and App Store for a chance to win up to 154 million pesos of jackpot prize. Visit bingoplus.com to learn more. With Bingo Plus, bingo sa saya plus sa panalo.
Oras hatid sa inyo ng
Whirlpool Home Appliances that make everyday living so much easier. From washers, dryers, refrigerators, microwave ovens, cooking products, to air cons, air purifiers, and dishwashers. Whirlpool, sensing what matters today. Making your world a little easier. Whirlpool.
Ang oras, 2:32 p.m.
That time check was brought to you by
Whirlpool Home Appliances that make everyday living so much easier. From washers, dryers, refrigerators, microwave ovens, cooking products, to air cons, air purifiers, and dishwashers. Whirlpool, sensing what matters today. Making your world a little easier. Whirlpool.
That time check was brought to you by Bingo Plus. Download Bingo Plus app now in Google Play and App Store for a chance to win up to 154 million pesos of jackpot prize. Visit bingoplus.com to learn more. With Bingo Plus, bingo sa saya plus sa panalo.
DWIZ Negoshow. Kasama sina Lito Gagni at Gerry Urbina. Negoshow.
Okay, we're back.
At we're here. At bago ang lahat gusto kong basahin muna ang patalastas ng Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation tungkol sa responsible gaming. Adi ka na ba sa sugal? Lagi ka bang nakakaramdam na matinding udyok na magsugal? Laging gigil na makabawi sa pagkatalo? Naglalaan ka ba ng mas malaking oras at salapi para sa sugal sa halip na para sa pamilya? Nababaon ka ba sa utang ang nagbebenta ng mga ari-arian dahil sa pagsusugal? Kung kailangan mo ng tulong o maging isang mahal mo sa buhay, may mga programa ang Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation o PAGCOR tulad ng Player Exclusion Program at iba pa. Para sa dagdag na detalye at impormasyon tungkol sa problem gambling, maglangon sa www.pagcor.ph/regulatory/responsible.ph. Isang paalala mula sa PAGCOR. Game safely. Game responsibly. Yan.
Yun. Tito, may nakabitin tayong question, di ba?
may question.
Yun nga, we're just curious yung pandemic, di ba? And your move from a home business to a full-blown commercial business,
Yung
di ba?
tinulak ka ng mga neighbors mo.
Neighbors mo, mga minos, di ba sabi mo? I'm sure it presented you with unexpected opportunities as well, di ba? I'm sure it also forced you to adapt certain innovations, di ba, as well. Di ba? Can you talk about that?
I was really so lucky that I found a nice spot in BGC.
Yeah, no?
Okay, yun. We're flashing some of your cakes.
yeah.
No?
So the shop, first of all, when you have a shop, it kind of adds to your street cred.
Okay.
Syempre, I mean, as a home baker, I was able to build like loyal customers. And
Yes.
to this day, sila pa rin they're still the ones that keep our shop afloat.
Okay.
But it's nice because when you're outside, people like the front of our shop, you can see it from the street. So
Yes.
that's another way to get clients. They just literally see your shop and then they come in, they inquire. So yun that for me, that's the biggest being outside.
Ang gaganda ng mga cakes mo.
Thank
Can
you.
you describe yung
Very detailed,
5516, no?
It really takes so much time to make all those things. And
Oh, ang ganda.
yan yung
Spider-Man.
Area
this
51.
is alien.
Alien.
So we use different materials. That's fondant. Yung kanina yan, those printed items, that's edible paper.
Edible paper.
Yes,
Wow.
we use edible printing, and everything else is made by hand.
Ayun, 60, no? Sweet 60. Ayan, ganda. Bulak.
Puro made by hand siya.
Made by hand.
It really takes a
Ikaw
lot.
gumawa o yung mga ano mo?
Iba-iba. It's either me
Oh.
or everyone in the shop.
Ganda.
That's one of the first things we
Ganda,
teach
so
them.
creative, ha?
How to work with.
Ano ba yan?
the-
Siguro 9 years old yan, ha?
Oo.
Ayun, ang ganda. Aldi, talingin ko yung mukha mo ilagay mo dyan.
Pwede ho, yung campaign poster.
Ayun na.
Pwede
Ganda,
namin
oh,
i-print.
ganda.
That's-
18.
Yeah, that's all made
Gano'ng
of sugar.
kataas yung pinakamataas?
Not too high. Maybe at most 20 inches high.
Wow, ganda.
Angela, how do you conceptualize your designs?
A lot of clients, when they come in, they already have an idea.
May peg na sila.
Meron na silang peg, or minsan mahirap kasi, you can't really take something and just recreate it. I have to change it because I'll get into trouble with the original.
Nakita ko yung
Okay.
isa, yung football May Messi.
Yeah.
Oo, favorite niya. So, yan, they come in with either a peg or their ideas,
Yes.
or kung sino yung favorite nung
Di ba,
bata.
ito, Aldi, sino favorite ko? Ito, favorite niya yung anak niya sa basketball.
Wala naman dito lahat ng anak ko, favorite ko. Kayo talaga.
Hindi siya pinaka-favorite ko
Of course not, Tito. Ikaw
Yeah.
talaga.
Nako.
Siya pinaka-favorite niya sa basketball.
Sa basketball, tama.
Kasi yan lang nagbabasketball.
Yes, that's right.
Ihahatid pa niya yun.
So talaga si Tito, ginajab na naman ako On air, grabe. Anyway,
Pero
yeah.
ang gaganda.
Yeah,
No,
very-
you have, talagang, where did you get your creative, yung output?
Yeah, yung mga inspirations mo for yung mga
Nagbabasa ka?
design mo.
Well, yeah, of course. Of course, social media, sobrang.
Social media.
Okay.
It's, I look every day. I look every day. I look at what's uso, ano ba yung uso, ano yung uso sa bata,
Yeah.
what are the latest trends.
Halimbawa, if you conceptualize things, why don't you do it? Conceptualize a cake that will show how you graduated from TV producing to cakes. Maganda yun, ha? So, siguro doon sa isa, ang daming mga malalaking clunky, cameras,
Yes.
Yes.
Tapos dito, creative na. Ayan.
Interestingly enough, I got asked to make a cake for Mr. John Kokongwei when he was still
Oh,
alive.
wow. Okay.
And that was the concept. They wanted to show
Yeah.
his journey from when he was selling goods on a bike
On
Okay.
bike,
up to nung naging tycoon na siya. So
Yes.
we did it on a cake.
Mahaba yun, ha?
Pataas. So umaakyat siya. Kunyari, umaakyat siya. Umaakyat sa cake.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Ganda, no?
Uy. Hey, yan, I mean, I'm sure your TV production background, di ba? Yung expertise mo of storytelling.
Oh, dapat talaga, you should tell the story, no?
Yes.
I mean, I guess
Maybe.
you're also using it in your cake designs,
I
no?
think maybe it helps. Maybe it helps. First, you have to tell a story. Like as a TV producer, you have to tell a story in a few minutes.
Correct, yeah.
So, I guess the training is what are the salient points, and then
Yeah.
you just pick that, and that's what you highlight.
Wait, kanina rin, you mentioned yung social media, di ba? You get a lot of your inspirations from social media. Pero yun naman, in helping, yun nga, promote your business, how are you utilizing social media?
Oh, good thing because I know how to edit. I know
So meron ka mga TikTok, gano'n?
lahat.
Lahat? So you're on every social media handle right now. I mean,
It's all. I'm the only one handling everything.
wow!
Wow, galing naman.
So you don't hire a social
No.
media manager to
Well, I
manage your
wish.
social media handles for you, no?
No,
Oh,
it's
wow.
all me. We have everything: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube,
Yep.
TikTok.
Di ba, Aldi, gusto mo na merong social media handler?
Hindi ko na kaya.
Busy na nga, tito.
I'm up here.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, I guess that helps because editing is second nature to me.
Yep.
I edit everything, and then when I take pictures, I know about lighting and I wasn't a lighting director, but in general, I know
Yep.
what's supposed to look good, how can it look better.
Yes.
Ayun.
So, ginagamit ko yung knowledge na yan.
How does it feel being on the other side of your TV production?
Oh, now that you're being interviewed,
Now
you're
that
not
you're
behind
being
the camera anymore.
I'm absolutely terrified to be sitting here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I felt the feels outside when I realized that this was the old Studio 23.
Oh, yeah.
Yun,
Kasi
yeah.
that's where I spent the longest years of my
Yeah.
TV production life.
Ito naman, very interesting question. If you had to start Swell's Sweets Cake Lab all over again, what would you do differently?
Gosh.
Gosh!
Talaga, ganyan ang mga Ateneo ko magtanong.
Atinista rin naman.
Mabuti na lang.
One big fight. Yeah.
No, honestly, I would have probably taken a business course.
Okay.
Ayun.
I would have taken a business course.
Before. Pero
I still
isasabay mo pa,
feel, oo, yun na nga eh. But I would have taken some kind of course that would teach me about math and all these things. I know that's not enough. And most of the lessons that you learn in business, yun talaga yung important.
Yes, yeah.
I really know, but I
But
guess...
have you enrolled yourself in
No.
in courses?
No, but I have very good mentors.
Okay.
And they help me all.
Ayun,
They
tama.
help me along the way.
Isa yun sa mga namin, yung mentoring. Merong mentor.
That's a common theme
Yung mga
with
successful.
successful entrepreneurs that we have on our show. They're not afraid to ask for help from mentors.
They are only afraid when they face us.
I'm so afraid. No, kasi parang feeling ko you have to just let go of your ego and
Yeah.
I was entering a field that I knew nothing about. So I'd always ask and ask and ask.
Ayun.
Up to now, I keep asking. There are a few things that I know already because I've been here for so long, but parang yun na nga, you just have to continue learning.
How did you
Non-stop.
wrestle with the fact that you're going to be on TV? Matagal ba?
Pasubo. No, I just said yes
Okay.
because a friend of a friend
Yeah.
asked me.
Wait.
And it turns out we have so many connections.
Correct.
Wow,
Yeah.
galing.
Yeah.
Ito, dami connection nito.
Yeah.
Pwede na
Hanggang
talaga.
Australia.
Ready na.
Di ba, yung isang family?
Oy, shout out to the Guevara
To
family.
the Guevara
Sydney,
family of Sydney.
Australia.
Nanonood dito.
Yes, nanonood palagi. That's right, yeah. Eh, Angela, what keeps you motivated
Yeah.
every day? What keeps you going?
Bills. 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 I mean,
That's good. That's good.
kidding aside,
Yes.
although I really mean it.
Yes.
I really mean it. Talagang, when I wake up, I'm like, what do I have to pay for today? What do I have to pay for this month?
Okay.
And that's really what keeps me going.
Yeah.
But it's really the love for what I do.
Sure.
When I talk to my small team, I tell them that if you really love your job, it will reflect in every aspect of your work. It's in the way you deal with your coworkers,
Yes.
in the way you create your products, in the way you keep going even if you're tired. I mean, there's nothing else but just really love and passion for what you do.
Yeah.
May nakambitin kanina ng tanong na hindi masyadong nasagot eh.
Ano yun, Tito?
Saan mapupunta yung swell in 3 years, 5 years? Hindi mo sinagot.
For sure. I just want to be really stable. I want to be able to teach
Yep.
more kids.
Are you going to open 2, 3 branches?
I'm happy with one.
Happy with one.
I'm happy with one. Who knows? I mean, things can change.
Yeah.
But what I'd like to do is to maybe focus more on the children aspect, teaching them how to, apart from our workshops, I'd like to develop a line
Uy.
of like teaching materials, whether it's
Okay.
on a video,
Yes. Online.
a
Tama-tama
channel.
sa ano mo.
Yep.
Tama-tama with your background.
Yeah, I really want to teach them because it's whether it's a life skill, like it's really practical. They
Correct.
can use that when they grow up, and
Yep.
or just something that gets them off nga the gadgets. Of
Yep.
course, they'll have to watch the tutorial, but getting them into the kitchen,
Yes.
doing something talaga. I really think when you do something with your hands, talagang parang your focus is shifted to creating.
Pero maganda siguro yung you cater to those adults, reach them, to let them be kids at heart.
For sure, yeah.
Di ba ang ganda yan eh? Kasi pangtanggal stress yun eh.
Correct. Yeah.
Oo.
Halimbawa, ako gusto ko yan. Kasi for a while, you escape eh.
Yeah.
Maganda yun.
Yeah.
Parang
So you will have another branch for adults, another for children. Di dalawa na. Di ba?
pwede. Madali lang akong kausap. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's possible. Who knows?
Oh,
Yes.
Tama. Ako sa adult, siya sa kid.
Yeah. I'm not sure
Anyway.
if I should laugh or...
Anyway, time check muna, Tito.
It's 2:47.
DWIZ Negoshow. Oras na para malalimang pag-isipan kung sino ang iuupo mo sa susunod na eleksyon. Hatid ng Aliw Broadcasting Corporation ang DWIZ. Iboto ang tama, itama ang boto. Alamin ang mga tamang balita at tamang impormasyon sa Aliw Channel 23, DWIZ News Nationwide, DWIZ News TV, DWIZ News FM Regional Network, Home Radio 97.9 at lahat ng digital channels ng DWIZ, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, X at DWIZ News website. DWIZ, iboto ang tama, itama ang boto. Pilipino, pag-isipan ng tama para sa desisyong tama. Pagsapit ng alas 12 bago ka mag-lunch o kaya nagla-lunch ka. Dagdagan pa ang mga alam mo para hindi ka naman huli sa balita. Live sa DWIZ Manila at sa lahat ng DWIZ News FM sa buong Pilipinas, Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao. At mapapanood ng live sa Aliw 23 Free TV at sa lahat ng digital channel ng DWIZ. Ang Balitang Bayan. Mga balitang nangyari lang at kasalukuyang nangyayari. Balitang Bayan. Kasama ang opisyal na tagagising ng bayan, si Drew Drew na Sino. Di ka aantukin kapag nalaman mo na ang latest sa Balitang Bayan. Sa patuloy na pagbabalita ng tama at paglilingkod ng tama. Balitang Bayan. Araw-araw, 12 noon. Bago maniwala sa mga claim-claim na yan, patunayan na yan sa Let's Prove It!
Kasabihan ng mga matatanda na kapag may regla ang isang babae, bawal daw ito kumain ng maasim dahil lalo daw sasakit ang puso nito. Totoo nga ba ito? Tara, let's prove it! Ayon kay Dr. Winston Kilimanjaro Criones Tiwakin, isang licensed medical doctor at public health education advocate, na hindi naman daw masamang kumain ng mga maasim kapag ikaw ay may regla dahil hindi naman ito nakakapagdulot ng pagtaas ng levels of inflammation sa katawan na nagiging sanhi ng dysmenorrhea o pananakit ng puson. Ang hindi maaaring kainin o inumin na mga kasalukuyang may regla ay soft drinks, processed foods, at higit sa lahat, alak. Ang mga taong bawal kumain ng mga maasim ay ang mga taong may acid reflux, GERD o gastritis dahil nakakasama sa kanila ang maasim na pagkain.
DWIZ Negoshow kasama sina Lito Gagni at Gerry Urbina. Negoshow.
Okay, we're back. Miss Angela, there's a lot of people texting and messaging. How can they get in contact with you daw? Yeah.
Through our social media,
Okay.
at Swell Sweets Cake Lab. All our channels have that name.
Okay. So Facebook, Instagram,
YouTube, TikTok.
Sumasayaw ka rin pala sa TikTok.
Sumasayaw ka ngayon.
While baking, yan.
Baka dapat.
Doon sa mga social media channels, ano yung pinaka...
Yeah, where do you get your most business from? Curious lang.
I think it's between Instagram and Facebook.
Instagram.
Okay. Why do you think those two channels?
I'm not sure. I think people in my generation, they're into Facebook.
Okay.
And then the next generation is into Instagram.
So that's a good sign. That means
Relevant pa.
relevant ka pa rin sa mga bata, di ba?
Trying. Trying, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a new generation.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, we're approaching the tail end of our show already. And, you know, this show, Negoshow nga, our aim is to inspire as many Filipinos and Filipinas to embark on their own entrepreneurial journey, di ba? And I'm sure many Filipinos are dreaming of starting their own food business. I mean, what's your top advice for someone who wants to break into
the food industry?
Similar to you, baking.
Cake business.
With my particular industry, it's really the taste. You'd think I'd prioritize the looks, but the customers that keep coming back are the ones who say, "Oh, I really like the way your cake tastes," and that's why I want to have this for my party. And it's because nga, I was telling you a while ago that I've noticed a change in brides and in young moms. They want cakes that they can eat.
Yes.
This time, in my time, in our time,
Yes.
it was all about pabongga.
Correct.
Like, who had the bigger cake? That's
Mataas
that
na
was their
cake,
priority. And then slowly, parang they changed. They were focusing more on, oh, I want something I can slice, or
And share with the guests, di ba?
yes.
Oo.
Before, kasi they wouldn't do that.
Yep.
But now I realize the value for food is just to make sure that you have a basic good recipes, and just try to be consistent. I try to make sure that I talk to the clients. I think that it helps that I'm the one who's talking to them also, instead of passing them on to a staff member. Especially kasi it's bespoke.
Yeah.
So parang they want, by going to you, they want to feel special. Parang they're making magawa pasadya na cake. So I really give them the time that they want.
So you practice the personal approach talaga.
Personal approach.
Hands-on ka talaga.
Oo.
Is it?
Yes. Yes. I really deal with each and every client.
Yeah. Hoy, Angela.
Yeah, malapit na.
Malapit na.
Usually, we ask our guests to, part with your nuggets of wisdom. Share with our listeners your own philosophy or whatever that will also make them think twice and be in business.
When I was about to do the shop, to move to the shop, from home base to shop talaga, I had so many apprehensions, and then I had a friend who's a life coach. She talked to me and she said, okay, what are your apprehensions? And then inisa-isa niya, sabi niya, are you afraid to fail? Sabi ko, of course.
Okay.
And she said, what's gonna happen if you fail? Ikakamatay mo ba yan?
Ayun.
Sabi ko, hindi. And then sabi niya, if you fail, can you identify people para hindi ka mag-fail? Or even when you fail na, are there people who you think you can rely on to help you? Yes. Sabi niya, okay. Then parang everything else, you're just putting obstacles in front of you. Kasi there's no way naman of, for me, I didn't think there was any way to predict if the shop was going to do well or not. So there's really a certain amount of, you have to take a leap and just hope that it'll work out. And of course, you have to do the work. Yun lang.
Nice. Thank you for sharing that. Angela, I'm curious naman, di ba? Yung baking cakes, making pastries, requires a lot of precision. But sometimes, of course, nagkakamali rin tayo, di ba? You make mistakes.
That's inevitable.
Yeah. How do you handle situations like that?
I've been so lucky that my clients are so kind.
Okay.
So,
Is that the advantage of having that personal
maybe.
approach?
Maybe. Kasi you're able to correct things right away. Let's say, even if you worked so hard on a cake and it gets to the client and she says, I'm not happy with it, then I have to fix it. So, it's, that's what I do. I mean, no ego. Take the cake back, fix it, give it back. It really, I mean, the end result is just they have to be happy with their cake. So, I just try and, whenever we make mistakes, we just try to do it right. Fix it. Yeah.
To fix it.
Just fix it. Yun na nga, yung parang sabi ko kanina, like, gawan mo ng paraan. Yeah. Sometimes kasi, like, maybe some people would say, hindi, tapos na yan. Like, no, your cake is nice. But I feel like it's hard because it's such a subjective thing. Design is so subjective. So, ang hirap, like, you'll never know if they like it or not. But mostly, they've been kind. Maybe I've had one or two people.
Na Minos.
Again, Minos. Put them in the Minos box. But in general, parang mabait sila because I dealt with them from the beginning and then as soon as they presented the problem, I tried to fix it right away.
Yeah. Ganda.
You just have to bounce back. I mean, I've made so many mistakes before and mistakes that have made me actually think of, ayoko na nga. Stop it na nga. But you just have to keep on getting back and doing it again.
And finally, siguro, very interesting, you're also an advocate for animal welfare.
Yeah.
I mean, how important is it for business entrepreneurs to integrate their personal advocacies into their brands?
I don't know nga if I'm forcing my followers to okay, sorry. Rewind. I've been working with POS.
Okay.
Yes.
Almost as soon as we started doing business.
Yeah.
Early on, I can't even remember, like maybe 2010 and maybe 2013 was the first time I worked with them, and I work with them every year. And right now, I also work with the cat community in my own building.
Okay.
A very active community and other cat groups. I've turned into a cat lady.
Okay.
That crazy cat lady.
Yes.
But anyway, I guess I just put it out on our channel every now and then because I feel like you already have a following, and you might be able to touch someone's heart by like, or maybe like baka may mahawa. Like somebody might, or maybe there's somebody out there who wants to help but just doesn't know how to. It's just adding another channel where they can probably help out.
Yeah. Wow.
Ganda.
Ganda.
Ayos.
Well, Angela, again, we've run out of time. I'm sure we could keep on talking. Maraming salamat
Thank
for
you.
guesting on the program, and we hope to have you back.
Oh.
Right? When you launch your
Thank
streaming
you.
platform.
Oh, yeah.
your channel, okay?
Yes, please.
And of course, again, shout out to Des
Yes.
for the assist nga and convincing you
you.
to guest on our show.
Yeah, she has other friends.
Yeah.
Other friends.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
DWIZ Negoshow kasama sina Lito Gagni at Gerry Urbina. Negoshow.